Hello. Thanks for dropping in. It's a funny thing. Long ago, long ago, when we ran a bulletin board, having a machine that would like auto boot, uh, there just wasn't such a thing. But it's funny, I just turned this on, and behold the magic. Hit the reset switch. The 128 fires up, and immediately there's a disk in the drive that will boot. Boot, it shall boot. It shall. Hmm. Anyway, when we had the Bradley Brothers bulletin board system, we had help from a very bright fellow named David Williams, who did all kinds of things to make the bulletin board as bulletproof as it could be in case of power failures or other such things, or even cosmic rays. And that was when the machine wasn't working, if it was sitting there, it would run through and it would check. And if even one bit changed, it would automatically do a reboot and start things up. So it's a funny thing because, of course, on occasion before that, especially when we ran the Nortec bulletin board during the holiday season one time, there was some weird power thing and we couldn't get into the school and there was no way to put it back up. So, and here, if this was a bulletin board, which of course it is not, what am I doing? Use cursor. Cursor. Let's see. F5. Anyway, yes, that was something. And now, of course, most machines that boot off of things and do stuff, um, laptops and other things, they all start up on themselves. And if you had something in there to tell them to do something, they would do it. So if it was a bulletin board or some other thing, it would go back up. I remember the security system at the place where I worked. It too had something like that. That if there was a power failure, of course it was dead. I did try and convince them that they should get an uninterruptible power supply, so that in case of a power failure, that the building was not vulnerable, at least for a while, until the uninterruptible power supply bit the dust. But we never did that. But they did get one for the, what was it? Oh, the public address system. Because if there was a power failure and you had to tell people to get out, if there was something going on, how do you tell them to get out if you have no power on the public address system? And it didn't draw a whole lot of power. Anyway, so here we have this, which it won't really do what it's supposed to because the SID chip in here is not working. And actually, funny thing is, I wasn't going to do any of this right now. What I was going to do right now was start to try and tidy up in here. But then this thing booted up, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember way back when we had to boot things up or reboot things. This is a disk label, and I don't want to lose it. But it's for the disk that's in there. But since it's come off, if I go and stick it in the drive, it's going to get stuck in the drive. And it's funny, I have not watched this thing through. And of course, the music will not play. And that's really not why I'm here. I'm here because this room has become a disaster. It has. And it's funny, this is not supposed to be this way. There is something in the translation of whatever happened with this demo. The snow is supposed to be all over the place. Now, this is right. Anyway, this one also said Commodore 128. So this must be some enhanced thing. even though it runs in 64 mode. There is something. So now vaguely in the background, I can barely sort of kind of hear the music. But that anyway, that is not why I'm here. I'm here to tidy. And as I look around, it's very tempting to just say, I can't do it. There is one thing here. I did bring this box up, and it is got a serial number on it, and I have to find that machine. I do. And it was in pretty good shape. But before, of course, oh, it might be right here. Before I can do that, I have things that I need to move. That are in the way. Oh my. I have a bad feeling. At some point, there could be an avalanche. This might be this machine, but it might not be. Let us check the serial number. Nope. Not at all. But this is the top. See, what I realized after putting things back together the other day, that I absolutely put the wrong top onto one of the machines. And I would like to try to keep the right one together. Does this fall? Okay, there is a 64 in there. Or do I bother? Do I bother? Good question. Let me just... Oh, that's still doing its thing, huh? Let me slide over here. Oh. This is the box from a 128 that was... It's not in great shape, but it's okay. It can go up there. And here... Oh, here's the 128. It's in pretty great shape. But underneath it might be the Commodore 64 that I see. And it is P, starts with a P, ends with 107. That's the one that should be in the box. Now the thing was, as I was putting things back together, this keyboard and the other one, they didn't fit right. And I thought, oh, I've done something wrong here. Well, it ended up, I was doing everything fine, but I sure put the wrong one on the wrong one. Both of them, I swapped them. And I suppose it's not that big a deal to set this right. Oh no. Hello, Andrew. Well, I'm just in the midst of recording. Is there a funny thing? Huh? Well, let me finish recording and then I'll be done. Okay. Oh, look. This is for the 128. 128 K member. 16 colors, high-res graphics, 80 and 40 column display. Fast disk. 3 systems in one. Yes, indeed. The perfect holiday gift. Commodore is flashing. What's it going to say next? The other ones that I remember seeing had a price that came up. But this one does not. And I suspect now it is going to start up again. Alright, I have taken the 3 screws out of this machine. And will, with tremendous care, pull off this keyboard and set it down right there. And then I will take this Commodore 64 and put it over there. And it's funny, the reason I know that I screwed up on which was which is because there's a smiley sticker on the side of this one. And does it really make a big difference? No. But I'll know. So, out come the screws. Put these ones over here. This one go over there. Put the screwdriver in there. And with great care. Pull this one. This one I will set here. And then I'll make sure there's this copper tape thing they used to do right there. Copper tape. I'll try and make sure that well, if it's going to be there, it better be not on the inside, just in case. Now, I suppose there's another thing I should do while I'm here. I suppose. Firstly, none of these machines worked. None of them. These are the ones that I quickly opened up during the TPUG FIX IT Night. TPUG FIX IT number, I think this was number 2, did not work. And socketed. Yep. Tested. Alright, I should have tape. I should have tape here. But I don't seem to have tape here. Squishing disc. Oh, what a joyous time. Alright. You know what I think I will do? Although I don't normally. I'm going to just put this note inside here. And then I'm going to take this keyboard that should have been on this machine from the start. And connect things even though they're not working. And as always, have trouble seeing the keyboard thing, the connector, because this shield gets in the way. Oh, no, I missed. I won. You're in your own light. I'm trying to use this hand. Okay. Oh, well, I will leave a note in here. I'll make sure the tape is there. And I will see about getting this to close up and line up. And it was this corner, I think, that I had the trouble with. Mind you, some of the cases were just like that. That screwdriver looks just like the one I was using it is not. It is a flathead. That will not do. Okay. Now this is the one didn't want to line up, and it still doesn't want to line up. Why? 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 Well, I can see it. It doesn't want to line up. Well, I have a hefty grip on it, and I can see it. Maybe I can get it to go in. I think it is going in. I think. Somewhat. Well, no point in forcing it too badly. You know what? That's another thing about these machines. Who knows what's an original anything to anything? Because after this many years, who knows what got swapped around? All right. So we'll get this secured, and then I drop the screw. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. Someday, I swear, I'm going to have an area to... Oh, no. Now this one doesn't want to line up. Someday, I'm going to have an area... Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision. Which is essentially... Screw it. I'm not going to worry about that. Now, I do believe that out of where I can get at things is the accessories for this. As in, oh, maybe I can reach. The styrofoam. Just go in like does it? I think it does. This is the styrofoam. It's obviously seen a little life. Okay. So that is good, except I cannot get at the sleeve. I cannot. It's back there. It's not even very pretty. So I vowed that this would not happen again. But it has happened. Yeah. Oh. No. Oh, where to even put things down? All right. So now, TPUG Fix It Night number 1. Does not work. Chips tested. Sorry. Socketed. I did not have much luck at fixing anything. Although remotely we did fix 1541. Alright, I'm just going to put this inside. Oh, golly. Alright, I'm going to put this inside. I'm going to make sure, is this tape here? Yes, tape is here. I'm going to make sure it stays away. By the way, if you're not sure, on this horrible cardboard crappy shield thing that they did, there was this copper tape. Supposedly it was helpful. Anyway, I don't want it to stay inside the machine. I could rip it off, but I won't. I will not. I could. Alright, so we're going to hook up the LED. And we're going to get the keyboard to go on, and it did. And then we're going to squish this together. And then we're going to look at the screws and see that, yeah, they line up pretty well. So I'm thinking that the reason things went badly before was just because that other thing didn't line up well. Hey. No, screwdriver. No. Okay. Going in. I think it's not going in, but I think it's not going in. What is going on now? Okay. It's going in now. Okay. I'm not going to kill them. No. Oh, and by the way, I did open up a machine a while ago, and it had definitely screws